This is kind of my process of starting out from sketches to kind of iteration, ideation. But basically, this fake creative brief that we created was a run and strength app, kind of one-to-one coaching for someone that maybe is training for a 5K, a marathon. But we're going to play with kind of an elite feeling, rebellious, friendly, young and innovative type of app. And I'm just going to walk through kind of how I set up my Illustrator files. But what I like to do is start out with 100 pixel by 100 pixel. I fill this frame with 100 by 100, and then I believe it's make grid.
Creating that 100 by 100 grid gives you some anchor points to then attach to, as well as basically pulling that image underneath the grid so that you can effectively like just draw on top of it.
I had brought in some sketches. I think this might be a mark that we kind of go with. Another one that stood out here for me was this kind of geometric circle form. Another thing I'll kind of set up is I'll pull some of the colors in from the mood board, and then what I'll do often is make a global swatch. So making this something that I can play with. If I do iterations, it's a little bit easier. And then for type, I'll kind of have a lowercase, all caps, and then a mixed.
What Eryin's working on right now is just kind of like an idea around a mark. Again, what he was saying is like, upward movement, progress and things like that.
This tool, Objects on Path, they made this process a lot easier with this new tool, and bringing it to this path, arranging it to feel a little bit more aligned. So you can see here in the top left part of my logo, I've got these 3 dots that I ideally want to make kind of forming this circle. So the great thing is the rotate tool. So I bring in the center point of our grid that we made, and then because of the section of 3, I'll do 360 divided by 3. Let's maybe enlarge these. We're at 5 pixels, 7.5, maybe 8. We'll kind of see how it all plays out.
One of the things that I did, and I've tried to teach our team, is the blur test.
If you like zoom out really far back. So like, what does this look like without, we're like on a roller coaster.
You zoom all the way out on the artboard. Can you still see those elements? Because when you're doing a logo, something like this, you got to think about all of the places that this is going to live.
I've got some of these sketches that I could continue playing with, and for this sake, we went with this direction. You can kind of see, I kind of stick within 5s, but then breaking that, playing with kind of the nodes to kind of give some curves and kind of some dimensions, some shapes, some different things. I'll start playing with type, and I'll do something that has kind of the X height of 60, so 80 and 60 is something that I'll kind of start with. We'll bring these down and kind of match the type, so we'll do that for now. We're looking at sans serifs primarily, I think, so sorting through is great, and so this is where the artboard kind of really goes off the rails and iterations happen. Playing with some quick examples, using the mesh tools, different things here to kind of see what this could look like. How could we play out this brand? We've got some type, just playing around with how does this interact with maybe a type system. What I was setting up here was, again, grids, math, kind of outlining things. And this gives me a rough guideline of, okay, let's maybe space this out to 2 or 3 down. This was the sans serif that we pulled. It gives us kind of a rough starting point if we wanted to add a tagline. And if we want to put the logo there, maybe we put it somewhere about here and then fill this third accordingly.
These are all baseline tools. So if you can use the math-based approach to give you just a starting place for final things, you can go back and start tweaking and iterating.
But then jumping ahead, let's say this is approved and everything is kind of as is. We have our global colors, so we can kind of make any adjustments there. One that our team uses a lot is Logo Package Express. So we'll have this little guy be the logo. We'll do, just running the script now. So you can see here, this will populate into full color. So if this was a gradient or maybe multiple colors, we'll have this here. And then you can set a bunch of different parameters for this. And then we'll start to build this out. It allows our team to export quickly and then bring this into Express. This is kind of really fast and abridged version of what my process looks like from start to finish.
Thanks for having us. See you later.
Cheers, y'all.